So, this is a continuation from where we left off last time when we were talking about the Creator's blueprint for the types of food that we should be consuming. So this is part 2 of that video. We will be talking about how we can use food to raise our vibration and also talk about other ways, other things that we can do to raise our vibration. And that is crucial at this time that we understand that and start implementing some of these ideas to get us prepared for what's to come. So, and also what I want you to do is to pay attention to the chart that is coming up in the next couple of seconds on this video. It's the high vibration diet food pyramid. I did share it in the first video, but didn't really spend too much time on it. I just wanted you to kind of take a look at it on your own. But basically, you can see on the left-hand side, it talks about the types of food. And then on the right-hand side, it matches it with the vibration that you're getting from those types of food. So don't forget now that, you know, again, we say we are what we eat, and the types of food that we eat either puts us into a low vibration or a high vibration. And the goal is to ensure that we are eating the best way we can to consume food that is going to put us in a high vibrational state at all times. Okay? So, processed food. No, right? That's going to make you, it's going to put into low vibration. You know what they're doing to the processed food, but it lowers your vibration. Then we're talking about, further down, we're talking about, you know, organic food. Compare that now to organic food, plant-based food, whole food, live food. That puts you into the green section, which is the high vibration. Now, when you go completely raw, that's when your vibration gets even higher. And it's not just your vibration, it's also your energy level, which is part of the whole idea why your vibration is so high. But I can tell you that I did a 40-day raw challenge, you can call it, and it is different. I would love for us all to do this at some point. 40 days. That's all I did before, was for 40 days. As a matter of fact, I'm about to do another one starting shortly. And what it does, one, it raises your vibration again, but also that energy level. And what I also found is that you consume less food because you're eating everything raw. So you're really absorbing the 100% nutrients and energy from the food. You don't need to be eating 3 meals a day. And this is what your body is saying. Your body is telling you, yeah, I'm full. I don't need anything else. Yeah, I'm energized. I don't need anything else. Yeah, I got what I need. I don't need anything else, Marcia. Thank you very much. Let's move on. So, without further ado, let's get right into where we left off last time. Okay? Hello, everyone. Let me start off by giving all praises and gratitude to the Most High God, our Father, our Creator, the one who created heaven and earth, the one who gave us the gift of life. If we go back to the biblical language, God's words, it's telling you what you should be eating. So if you go to, for example, Genesis 1:11 tells you, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seeds, and the fruit tree yielding tree after its kind, whose seeds is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. So here we're talking about fruit yielding seeds. So, I just want to ask a quick question. Why are they removing seeds from our fruits. If we remove the seeds from all of our fruits, how do we replenish the earth with new fruit trees so we can consume these fruits next season, season afterwards, season thereafter, and after and after? How do we keep doing that? Does that mean that we're now going to have to rely on someone else to provide those fruits for us? Is that what we want? So let's push back and, do our very best to only consume fruits that has a seed in them. If the seeds are removed, we need to ask ourselves, how? That's not what God provided. That is not what God is saying about fruit yielding seed trees. So why are they removing it? And most importantly, how? What is the mechanism for removing seeds out of a natural plant? So just be careful when you're out there eating your fruits to ensure that you're enjoying the fruits, it's summertime now, that are seeded. And I know I'm struggling right now to get seeded grapes. They just don't know where to be found anymore. Nowhere to be found, And then watermelons, it's coming, it's a season now. I have a nice big watermelon lying around somewhere ready for me to consume, but I had to double check everywhere I go to buy watermelon, because I'm buying a whole one, not a cut one, to ensure that these are the seeded watermelon and not seedless watermelon, right? So for convenience sake, that's what they tell us, right? For convenience, they're removing seeds out of our fruits. But we need to push back and we need to say, it's okay. I can handle removing my own seeds out of my fruits. As a matter of fact, I want my seeds. Why? Because I want to plant them in my garden so that I can grow my own trees and replenish from there, like the Creator is asking us to do. Other things that we can consume, plants, vegetables, all our lettuce and our kale, or dandelions, all the different fruits that are seeded, all the grains, the kamut, the quinoa, all those type of wild rice, the seeds, your sesame seeds, your hemp seeds, your chia seeds, your flax seeds. Those are all the things that we consume on this plant-based lifestyle, mushrooms, that will help to nourish this body of ours. And then we go to the other Bible verse in Genesis 1 again, the creation chapter, but this time it's Genesis 1 verses 29. And he's talking about, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which it is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, it shall be your meat, clear as daylight. So, this is part of the blueprint. I mean, there are other verses in the Bible that I can relate to, but it's there telling you that our bodies was designed to consume plant-based herbs for nourishment and for our medicine. Okay, and that leads me into Ezekiel. Ezekiel 47:12. He's talking about by the river, up on the banks thereof, on this side, on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaves shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof. It shall bring forth new fruit according to its months. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaves thereof shall be for your medicine. So everything that we need to sustain ourselves, the Father has provided. He's provided you with the food, the plants, the herbs, all around us to be consumed. For medicine, the various leaves that are on some of these plants and the herbs are for your medicine. So, again, let's go back to the blueprint of what the Father created for us to consume. For us to make significant changes in our lives, right? We all, after a while, we evolved and we're thinking, I need to make a change. Everything is the same. I just feel like I'm stagnant. Nothing is changing for me. So usually we need to change something in our lives, right? Our body, our mind, our soul, our spirit. Those are typically where you'd go when you're searching to figure out, what do I need to change in my life to make me feel better? So for your body, for that change, we need to change our food. We need to go back to the food that our ancestors were consuming. We need to go back to the covenant that tells us what food we should be consuming. We need to go back to those Bible verses that we talked about earlier and others to identify what food we need to consume. And I say to you, give it a try. I know that it's easy, but yet still it's difficult at the same time. Why? Because we've been indoctrinated for so long about what we should be eating, and we're being enticed with the meat and the burgers and the French fries and the, loaded chemical type food that they've made convenient for us, cheaper and convenient, but at the same time, it is loaded with sugar, disguised as something else, or it's loaded with chemicals, either chemicals directly into the food product that they're creating, or chemical from the fact that they are now spraying our food, our plants, our herbs with all sorts of pesticides and all different type of sides that they're spraying on our food. So by the time we get that and consume it, it is going into our bloodstream and creating havoc on our bodies. Because remember, the body is smart. The body is so smart. The body is smart enough to heal itself. The body is smart enough to heal itself. However, it's down to us as to what we fuel our bodies with. Because if we keep giving it what the starchy food and the meats and all that chemical laced type products, the body is working to fight all of those things off. So now we're having our bodies working overtime to fight off all of those toxins that's coming in, that excess chemicals that's coming into our body, because it's, at the end of the day, it's trying to do its job, and its job is to protect us. Its job is to, stay away from all of the bad bacteria and the viruses and whatever else that we may come across in our daily lives. But on top of that, we are introducing foreign elements into our bodies by the way of chemically induced foods. And now we're putting our bodies in overtime. But after a while, it is going to want to stop doing this overtime. And then it's going to store it. And after a while, that storage manifests into other things, into diseases, into ailments. And now we find ourselves at the doctor's office, and then they put us on these various medications. And we just keep, because you take one medication for one thing, it has a side effect. You need another medication for that side effect, and that just spirals out of control. To stop that, let us feed the body what it needs to do its job, because it's super smart. We're going to recognize how smart this body is. It is super smart and knows what to do to keep us safe, keep us healthy, keep us vibrant, keep us vibrating at a higher frequency. And that's what we need to do. So for us to be in that state, in that healthy state, and vibrating at a higher frequency at all times, we need to be consuming live plants and herbs. We need to be drinking alkaline water. We need to be consuming organic foods. We need to be consuming alkaline foods. So I say to you, if the Creator, whom we all love, has provided the blueprint of how we are supposed to live and consume, and the type of food that we're supposed to consume every day, I ask, why are we ignoring that instruction? Why? Our bodies were designed to consume plants and herbs. Plants, herbs, fruit, seeds, you know? So, and that's what we need to continue to consume. So again, we need to go back to adhere to all the items on our contract with the Most High. And we're going to talk about that contract in another segment. If we stay on this plant-based lifestyle, the result is tremendous. It will help us to feel more healthy, more energized, and it will help us to raise our vibration, our frequency. And especially in the time that we're living right now, that's what we need to be focusing on. Is focusing on making sure we're eating right food to get us ready for when this earth changes and the vibrations start rising. You need to be able to rise with it. So we need to eat live food in order to do that. If you eat the right food, it makes you lighter, it makes you less emotional, it gives you a lot more energy. Just think about it. We are consuming food that is planted outside where the sun is penetrating it, right? So that the energy penetrating these foods, and then we are consuming it. So we are getting all of that benefit from the energy of the live food itself, right? That is coming in via thanks to the sun, and also all of its nutrients. We also want to talk about the other ways that we can raise our vibration. Food, number one. And we're going to dig deep into that as much as possible. But there are other ways that we could actually raise our vibration. So we need to be doing all the right things to vibrating at a much higher level than we are right now on this planet. Okay? Then other ways is, which I mentioned earlier, is the sun. Spend as much time as possible in the sun. The sun is giving you the energy that you need. It gives you vitamin D, right? And everyone talks about the sun vitamin, right? So spend as much time as you like out in the sun, or just do some meditation out in the sun, or just walk around your yard if you have one, or your park, or wherever. So in conjunction with the sun, nature. Go outside and interact with nature. You know, go to the park. go to the river, to the beach, to your backyard, to anywhere where you can get some nature type activities going. And once we're out there enjoying the sun and soaking up all that good sun on our skin, take your shoes off and ground yourself. It is so important for us to ground ourselves. Again, the Creator has done everything possible to make sure that we have everything that we need to live a fruitful, healthy life. You want to always keep yourself connected to the universe, connected to the earth. So when you take your shoes off and you're walking barefoot, you are connecting with the earth. Sun beaming down on you, beaming down all that energy, and also beaming down the energy onto the earth. The earth is soaking up all that sun, and you've planted your feet there and absorbing all of that. You're getting energy from the sun. Now you're getting all the grounding effect from the earth. You're in the middle. You're the conductor, soaking up all of that. Do it at least once per day. Go out at least 5 minutes and get that. But if wherever you live, maybe you don't have the luxury of being able to walk on the soil, walk on the earth that way. Maybe you're surrounded with concrete everywhere. Fine. There are other ways. You can get your grounding mats that you can use when you're by your computer, especially when you're by your computer. You can use your grounding mats while you're at your computer to ground yourself so that the effect of the radiation from your laptop or from your phone doesn't interfere with all the good stuff you're trying to create for your body. That's one thing. When you're sleeping at night, you can buy these grounding sheets that you can connect to. So that's another way of helping to raise that vibration, right? Giving that feel-good factor. The other way is to connect with your Creator, connect with your God, right? And just read your Bible, read your book of truth. What the conventional Bible that is out there. There are other books out there as well that you can read to supplement that Bible. Remember now in Daniel it tells you that there are other books, about 70 other books out there somewhere. Okay? They're coming to light. It's a time of light. So all of these books are no longer going to be hidden from us. So we can go find them. Okay? So get your books, read your books, read to understand what is happening, read to learn how to connect spiritually to your Father, to your Creator, and that will help you to raise your vibration. Okay? Practicing the art of love. Practicing the law of love. I promise you, anything that's going wrong in your life, if you go back to that practice of love, it will solve everything. Go back to love your neighbors as you love yourself. How about that? Do unto others as you wish them to do unto you. How about practicing those things? Those things are again part of the covenant that we have with our Creator. So we need to go back and start practicing those things. Wake up every day, you smile. Why? I'm alive. I am still living on earth. I live to see another day. Practice the art of love. Love everybody. Treat everyone the way how you wish to be treated. Again, I am not saying it's the easiest thing in the world to do. Not at all. Let us be conscious of it. This every day, part of your mantra. love my neighbors, I love myself. Love my neighbors, I love myself. Love my neighbors, I love myself. Do unto others I wish them do unto me. Do unto others I wish them do unto me. After a while, it becomes that rhythm. And every time you meet someone, you'll greet them the way how you want to be greeted. Every time you talk to somebody, you will talk to them the way how you want to be spoken to. Every time you get yourself into a situation, come to it with love. Let love drive it. Let love guide it. And see what the end result is. Trust me. I have used this in several occasions and the result is phenomenal. Do we forget sometimes? Get yourself in a situation and you just forgot your principles? Of course you do. Right? We make mistakes. That's what we do. No problem. Get up. Try again tomorrow. Try again the next day. You keep doing that over and over again. It becomes part of you. So, let's practice the art of love. Let us just ooze love and just push it out into the universe so everyone can receive it. Just imagine if we were all abiding by that principle. Just imagine the kind of world that we will be living in. If we were all abiding by that very simple principle of loving you, of loving me, of loving him, of loving her. Let's imagine. Of loving Mother Nature, loving the earth, loving the universe, giving thanks and gratitude every day. Just imagine if we were all doing that. What a beautiful place we would be living in right now. But it starts with us. We all have to make a change. You make a change, I make a change. Trust me, people around you start making changes. I have seen it and know it works. You know, when we were growing up, we were told that you kind of have to live a life that your younger self, your younger siblings can look up to. You want to be the person that somebody else can look up to. So let us behave in that manner so our younger self would be proud. Our younger family members can look up to us and say, you know what, I want to be like Auntie Marcia. We all can do this one by one. Each and every single one of us can do this. Also talk about the 5 divine laws. And I know a lot of people are not familiar with the 5 divine laws. I am going to share with you a chart noting what the 5 divine laws are, and I think in another video I will just spend time just doing that alone on its own. But what is the 5 divine law? The 5 divine law is telling you that you are the walking, talking cross that they talk about in the Bible. Morals. Everything comes from love. We just talk about that. Yeah? That's your moral. Your connection with your creator, your principle, you know, all of that is your morals. They would talk about the right hand, the right part of the cross is your political, right? That's the reason why when you go into the courthouse, you have to raise your right hand and swear in some Bible. That's your political. So you have to get involved into your community and exercise your political power. Yes, we do have that. Doesn't seem like we do, but we do. Your left hand, the left-hand side of the cross, is your social. This is where you are connecting with like-minded people to try to make a change, to try to encourage each other, to try to do the right things right by each other. I'm talking about, you know, socializing with like-minded people to create change in this world. Then your feet, which I spoke about earlier, that's your economic. Because at the end of the day, your economics, everything comes from the earth. Everything comes from the earth, right? So we need to ground ourselves. We need to exercise our economical power and making sure it's coming from the earth, not somewhere else. And then the middle part of your cross is your diet. I call it the DNA. And that's the piece that I'll be focusing more on, is on that food element of it. But that is the cross. If you look, do some research, you look in Egypt, you'll see that a lot of, back then, you'll see the Egyptians walking around with their ankh. The ankh that looks like a cross, but it has a rounded effect on top, right? That's an ankh. And that's pretty much what they're doing. It's their reminder. If you look, many pictures you'll see on the line where they're walking around with their ankh. That is them reminding themselves that they are the cross. They are the cross, and that they need to abide by the fine divine laws. So those are the five divine laws. Okay? Talk about it in another video. Next thing we can do to raise our vibration, reconnect. Reconnect with your family, reconnect with your friends, reconnect with your neighbors, reconnect with people. You know, I know that we've been going through a lot of lockdowns and so on. I think things are a little bit easier, I guess, now. But if that is still an issue for you, wherever you are, wherever you live, you can still do that virtually. Just reconnect with your spiritual family, with your earthly family, with your neighbors, with your friends. Just reconnect with them, okay? And then the last thing that I would say, there are many other things we can do, but another thing that the last thing I would say that we should try and incorporate is quite easy: laughter. Laugh more. Find something to laugh about. There's always something that we can laugh about, right? So, you know, laughing is so important. Laughing is like medicine, right? Because usually when you're laughing, it's because you are around people you love and care about, and you guys are exchanging, you know, information or jokes, or, you know, some events or something that makes you joyful and happy. So you're laughing. So when you're laughing, that laughter really just raises your vibration and makes it higher, you know? So laughing, laughing makes you feel better. Laughing makes you feel better in your life. So try your very best to incorporate laughter as well to help you to raise your vibration. So let's just keep everything positive, right? That's another way for us to kind of keep that vibration high, is just to be positive. If a negative thought come into your mind, just think about the opposite of that negative thought to kind of like transmute it. Okay, so just try our very best to always keep positive, no matter what. I mean, I know that the news is sometimes can be very depressing. Stay away from that if you can, but if you don't take it on. You know, don't let it weigh you down. You know, go out there in nature and just go and talk. Go talk to your neighbor. Go talk to an elder person. Talk to a young child. Do whatever you need to do to lift your spirit up, which in turn will lift your vibration. So I thank you all for watching and for being in this space, and peace and blessing to you and your families. And I close out by saying gratitude is a must. Hope to see you soon. Have a blessed day.
Me tell you say you can't get free from no love. Me tell you say the heart of the key of the love. 2 1 in the ear for the Father up above. And the loving be your blessing, it a make you level up. The